The Joneslan family came to visit us and said, okay, we are a fifth generation cow dairy farmers, 300 cows. We need to look at new ways of farming, otherwise this will be the last generation farming on our lands.
We made the decision that we needed to change from cow dairy to something different, and we discovered goats and kind of ran the numbers and thought it could work. So we've worked hard at trying to get there.
And this is when Vermont Creamery took a role of the convener. I remember calling Anson Tebet at the Agency of Agriculture and asking for help. How do we support them? Because if we help them being successful, they could be the first of many other dairy farms looking to either diversify or convert into goats.
We discussed goat dairies at the Dairy Summit in Jay. There is some transition costs going from the cows to the goats. They needed infrastructure improvements, so the Working Lands Enterprise Board was able to give them some financing, and they've also had some support from other areas to get them to this point.
We're milking about 250 right now. Within 6 weeks, probably be milking 400 to 500. By next year, hopefully be at 1,000 and 1,200 to 1,500 in the third year. It's different than cows. They act a lot different than cows, but so far everybody's done well with the change.
How do you not love goats? When you live in Hyde Park, everybody knows everybody. And when I found that they were switching to goats, it was me being like, oh, can I come visit? Oh, do you guys need an extra set of hands? And so I kind of weaseled my way in a little bit. We're in charge of the nursery and all of the kids. So it's bottle feeding, it's training everyone to buckets, moving them from pen to pen as they get older. During baby boom time, makes it interesting.
Vermont Creamery needs a tremendous amount of milk because they make goat's cheese.
Our first product that we made was fresh chèvre, a log of fresh goat cheese that we were selling in Boston and also in New York high-end restaurants, French restaurants, because they knew how to cook with goat cheese. And little by little, consumers started to grow interest in those new products, and here we are 40 years later, having created a demand that is national from consumer on high-quality fresh goat cheese. Now we're looking at our supply chain and the Vermont dairy farming landscape, and we know we need to help dairy farmer to get into the goat's milk. We want to make sure that as new dairy farmers come on board, they have enough scale within their infrastructure and their model to support a family, support their farm, be profitable. We can create high-paying jobs, support working families, or help Vermont to reinvent itself a little bit from an ag perspective. We see that diversity in agriculture builds resiliencies. And that's very important now to look at what's the next 10 years roadmap is going to be for our agriculture system. And in the dairy sector, that's been, I would say, challenged with commodity pricing for so many years. We see goats, the goat industry and demand offering that opportunity in our dairy economy.
So this is an important development in the dairy industry in Vermont. A lot of people are watching the Jones family, learning, listening from them, and hopefully over time, maybe some others would like to take the transition into being a goat dairy.
You know, Vermont stands for high quality, small batch, artisan. The Vermont brand is very strong. And so people expect high quality products if it's made in Vermont. And so our obligation is not only to work the land and turn that milk into value added product, but also to well represent the Vermont brand name.
We're finally up and running and hopefully on our way.